one last dead end. And this is not so much a development that happens over the centuries as it's the whole social world and cultural world of the church itself. The world of religion, let's call it. All around Israel, all through its history, and all around the church in the New Testament is a world that thinks of religion like this. A religion is a group of people, like-minded people, who gather together for a common interest. A religion is like an interest group that worships the God of their choice for a common reason. Maybe it's for prosperity for their city. Maybe your family had a patron a patron god, and so your family belonged to the cult of Artemis or the cult of Aphrodite or whatever. Maybe it was your trade. Maybe you're a physician and Jupiter is your patron deity. Areas would have religions of choice, families, trades, and of course the whole empire became a religion in that respect, right? The emperor became the god that unified and commanded the worship of all subjects. They could tolerate each other's diversity and each other's gods because there was a principle that everybody could respect one another's diverse interests. You heard about Acts 17 today in chapel. Paul is in the middle of that world when he goes to Athens, sees a street with every conceivable temple to every conceivable god, and there's even one that's to an unknown god, because you never know, right? You don't want to miss a really important and angry one. And he says, hey, the God that you don't know, you worship him, but you don't know him as the one in whom we live and move and have our being. He created all this. And he's tolerated all of this idolatry, but he's done overlooking those times. And he's appointed a day to return and judge. And he's appointed a man to do the judging, Jesus Christ. And in a few verses, Paul both lays out this vision of what a religion is and completely subverted it. This deity that you thought, just in case we should worship another one, turns out to be the real one, who is gathering all people from across differences, across nations, across trades, families, into one people. We don't gather the church. Like-minded people with common tastes or common interests don't gather the church. The church is not a voluntary organization. The church is a gathering. God gathered us. See the difference? It is a night and day difference. And pluralism has re-narrated Christian faith and every other religion as a basically pagan Greco-Roman interest group. So where do we see this mindset? Well, I mentioned pluralism. That's one big one. And let me give you another one, consumerism, which I mentioned at the beginning of this unit on the church. My church becomes a place that I like because I like the worship. I like the fellowship. It has young people and I want to be with other young people, so I go. Or it has old people and I don't want to just be with young people, so I go. I go to the church that most closely maps my desires and my tastes and my needs. That's a consumerist mindset, and it also brings us right back to first century Rome, where we become the principle that governs what churches are. All right? Those different churches with their different worship styles and their different liturgical formats and their different doctrinal claims, they didn't come about because we needed to cover more diverse market niches. They developed for a completely different set of reasons.